Speaking of companies that have no sensitivity to what their customers want, 1-800-Flowers. I have a lot to say on this. Thank you for all your kind wishes about Mother's Day. I had a wonderful Mother's Day with my family, but it could have been better if I didn't have to spend like an hour on the phone with a call center overseas because I had ordered flowers from my mom and from my mother-in-law. And okay, I know, stupid me. I went to 1-800-Flowers. It was like, okay, well, I have to get 2 of them. It was early enough in the week that I figured I had time. You know, like I get it. If you're ordering on Friday for Saturday delivery, that's different. But I was ordering earlier in the week and it said no problem. In fact, it could have delivered them the next day. It could have delivered them on Friday. I chose Saturday because they weren't delivering on Sunday and I paid the extra $20 fee, whatever, so I could get that. Well, I also signed up for the text messages so that I would know when it had arrived. Gave them my phone number. And so I'm waiting. Nothing sent to me on Saturday. I get no call from, any of the grandmas. And then Sunday comes around and again, still nothing. So 3-4 o'clock, I'm on the phone with the call center saying, where the heck is this? And they're like, gosh, well, it's going out on Tuesday. That would be today. Mother's Day was Sunday. I ordered this like last week. Today doesn't do me any good. No. It's Mother's Day on Sunday, not Tuesday the following week. And I didn't pay an extra $20 so that I could have it delivered on Tuesday. So they said, okay, well, we will refund your delivery cost. Gee, thanks, guys. You know what? Thanks. Because, if you had actually had decent algorithms in place to be able to anticipate the traffic that you would be getting on one of the most busy holidays for florists of the year, then maybe you might have been able to send that text message that you promised to send me and tell me that you wouldn't be there on Sunday and I should make other arrangements because, it's kind of a big deal. Like I wanted my mom to have flowers. I wanted my mother-in-law to have flowers. And they didn't have any thank you 1-800-Flowers. And you weren't even kind enough or decent enough to tell me that this was going to happen. So the story goes on. I called, I canceled everything. I'm like, forget the flowers, all right? It's over. Mother's Day is done. I don't want flowers on any other day. Okay, ma'am, yes, we will cancel your flowers. You will get the email. No email. Today, I got an email this morning saying, your flowers will be delivered. By the way, not even the flowers I ordered. Completely different. A totally different arrangement. They will be delivered. Oh, and they still charge me. They will be delivered today on Tuesday. And that was to my mom. So my mother-in-law still has no flowers. I'm still not credited for the $300+ that all these things cost. And they never got them on Mother's Day. And not one apology from the company. Not an I'm sorry. Not a text since I gave them my cell phone saying we're trying to make amends. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let's take a look at shares of Flowers as it's known, traded on the NASDAQ. They had earnings last week. They were talking about how great they were in terms of their algorithms. They could anticipate all of this. Oh, and they had record sales. Of course they had record sales. I mean, whether or not they followed through with those record sales, that's a whole other thing. Whether or not they credited people who tried to cancel their orders, clearly a whole other thing. I am done with this company. $9.74. That's where they traded. They actually had a huge day, up 4%, and that is not good. This is not a good company. By the way, I have my own biases, obviously, and you do your own thing. But I will say that one of the tricky things in all seriousness for a company like this going forward is whether or not they can properly integrate technology into their platforms. I would say that my experience alone, and I know so many of you had similar ones, my experience tells me they have not been able to integrate technology in such a way that they can manage their logistics. Because don't forget, this is like a logistics business. It's like what FedEx is, right? They're a logistics business. It's what the airline business is. They need the logistics operations in place in order to get all these planes all over the country and the crews and the tickets, et cetera. So 1-800-Flowers has a very poor logistics system. That is quite obvious. And so I think the upshot of all of this for anyone is just to make sure that, as a consumer, forget them, go local, go local, go local. By the way, it wasn't even a geographical thing because my mother and my mother-in-law in two very different places. So they were having just a problem system-wide. Make sure you go local. And my advice to the company would be to do a major upgrade. They're implementing all this AI technology now so that you can, write a note with AI technology. None of them were very good. They're also trying to implement, as I read in their earnings call, just a new technology to help them with their logistics. Their logistics kind of suck.